The Sumerian mythological heritage is rich with several myths explaining the creation of humans. There are various Sumerian myths that detail the creation of humanity, each attributing human origins to different elements. These origins include clay and water, plant origin, animal origin, and divine origin, which is the word. We discussed in a previous video the first and most famous Sumerian myth of human creation, which is the myth of clay and water. The protagonists of this myth are Enki, Namu, Ninmah, and the clay of the Apsu. However, there are other lesser-known myths about the beginning of human creation, one of which is the myth of Enlil's grasses. In this myth, we see a different approach compared to the previous one, where the god Enlil places the beginnings of humanity, its seeds, in the cracks of the earth. Humans then begin to emerge from these cracks like grass. The concept of this Sumerian myth attributes human creation to the god Enlil, rather than Enki, which does not align with the known functions of Enlil and Enki. Therefore, it is possible that this myth originates from a distant time before Sumerian religious beliefs and mythology were precisely established. In fact, it dates back to a distant place and time, around 5000 BC, when the ancestors of the Sumerians were in the northern part of the Mesopotamian Valley, in and around the Samara region. During this period, ancient Iraqis practiced agriculture relying on rainfall, and the appearance of plants resembled grass. In this stage, the beginnings of the male god appeared, represented by the air, which corresponds to the god Enlil, who controls the rain. Below is an excerpt from the myth called the Myth of the Hoe. Lord God, Enlil, may everything that is useful appear bright. May the Lord whose determination of fate cannot affect. May he hasten to separate the heavens from the earth, and he hastened to separate the earth from the heavens. And then a document in Ozomua. The first human appeared, and he dug. He made a rip in the ground and in the area of Duranki, and created the hoe. The day ended. And he decided the duties of work and decided the fate. And the handle of the hoe and the handle of the work are fixed. The glory of God. The night is his hoe, that is, the one who created him. And he brought the hoe to Uzo-Aya and placed the beginnings of man in the cleft. And when humans began to appear like weeds from the earth, the god Enlil was at ease with his Sumerian people. And the god Alununa stood beside him, putting her hands on her mouths, offering prayers to the god Enlil, and placing the hoe in the hands of the Sumerian people. Here ends the text quoted from the myth of the hoe, and we will mention in the upcoming videos some of the myths of the creation of man in Sumerian literature, which may be unknown or famous, and we will try to make the texts simpler so that they are easily understood. Thank you, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video.